Exotic.
Native.
Invasive.
Natural.
Intruder.
Destruction.
So what's all the hype?
So what makes a species native? Native species are organisms that inhabit the area they originally evolved in through natural processes, and therefore are uniquely adapted to local conditions. On the other hand, exotic species are those that are introduced to an area, whether it be an accident or on purpose, that they are not historically found in and are therefore outside of their natural range. However, it's important to keep in mind that just because an organism is exotic doesn't mean it's invasive. A species is deemed invasive if it has aggressively established itself into a habitat that it's not native to, and therefore has caused environmental and economic damages, spread diseases that native species and local humans aren't immune to, and has outcompeted native species for resources.
So which exotics are good and which are bad? Take for example the honeybee. Brought to the Western Hemisphere in about 1600 by European settlers, honeybees now support a massive industry. From pollination to honey to wax, the honeybee species has an immense impact on our country's agricultural economy. Not only that, but also global trade. Honey alone totals for about $19 million in exports and $385 million in imports each year for our country alone. However, honeybees aid drastically in pollination of crops. In the US alone, pollination value is estimated at about $16 billion US. Apples, almonds, cucumbers, alfalfa, and many more crops are all pollinated by honeybees. Without the honeybee, an exotic species from the Eastern Hemisphere, we would not be capable of the same agricultural production. So what about the bad exotics, otherwise known as invasives? Ever see vines carpeting trees on the edges of highways? Meet kudzu, a vine from the Orient brought here in the 1800s. So what's the problem with this vine? Kudzu currently covers about 7 million acres. That's roughly the size of Vermont. Kudzu forms a dense carpet over everything that it grows on. Some forests are destroyed in as little as 2 to 3 years. No diseases or insects are able to kill it. Control costs are about $6 million a year more each year. It's estimated that roughly $500 million per year are lost in forest productivity due to the vine. Power companies alone spend roughly $1.5 million per year to repair damaged power lines.
Efforts are being made to stop the spread of exotic species in different locations across the United States. Government agencies are expanding aggressive enforcement of penalties for bringing exotics across the borders. By preventing their introduction in the first place, we can stop new outbreaks of exotics from occurring. To do this, the public should be educated and made aware of the problems associated with exotic species. Hopefully, by doing this, more volunteers will step up and help stop the introduction and spread of invasive species. By creating monitoring systems to detect new infestations, we can effectively stop the infestation before it gets out of hand. In order to do this, we need community volunteers and organizations to move rapidly when these outbreaks are detected to eradicate the exotics and prevent their spread.